earn value management. Okay, earn value management. So this is little bit serious stuff. You need to be very serious, very attentive if you want to understand these concepts. One of the hardest areas to understand when it comes to project management. Okay, right. So we can subdivide it in, we can understand it in three levels or three layers. The basic concepts, okay. So the next level of concepts and the forecasting related concepts. So let's first try to understand the basic concepts. Okay, what is plan value, what is earn value, what is actual cost. Okay, so then we'll look at what is schedule variance, cost variance, right? Schedule index, cost index, and so on. Okay, right. So what is earn value management? Right, earn value management. It's a subject area in project management, project cost management. Right? Earn value management is a project performance measurement technique that integrates scope, time, and cost. You may have heard the word time is cost. Time is cost. කාලය කියන්නේ cost එකක් තමයි. ඔන්න ඕක තමයි මෙතන කතා කරන්නේ. Time is cost. Sometimes you can calculate the time in terms of cost. So there's a time value for cost. Okay. So therefore we need to take some concepts together to get better picture. Okay. Right. Earn value management involves calculating three values for each activity or summary activity from project's work breakdown structure. For each activity, we calculate three values. What are those? Plan value, PV. Or if you want more formal name, budgeted cost of work schedules, BCWS. Right. But most of the time we use the word plan value or budgeted cost. Budget karapu cost එක. Schedule karapu task එකට. නැත්නම් plan karapu value එක. Okay. So it is the proportion of the approved total cost estimate or budget planned to be spent on an activity during a given period. Okay. So that is the budgeted cost for that particular task. Or plan cost for that particular task. That is called plan value. Okay. So this is an example. This is task A, task B, task C. So we have planned $50 for task A, which we plan that it will happen in Monday. Task B, we have planned or budgeted cost is $100, and we have budgeted that it will happen Monday and Tuesday. That means we want to start the project by Monday, right? So then C task start Tuesday, and we have for budgeted cost is $200. So that means $100 for Tuesday, $100 for Wednesday. D task, we are planning to start it Thursday, and for 2 days, budgeted cost is 100 for both days, maybe one day $50. Okay. So that is the amount. So therefore, by end of second day, what is the budgeted cost? So this 50 rupees is already budgeted. This $100 is budgeted. And for this one, 200 for 2 days, but by end of Tuesday, so we can assume that 50% should have been done. So then out of 200, we have $100 again. So therefore, budgeted cost at the end of second day is $250. So that is our plan value. Plan cost at the end of second day, or budgeted cost of work schedule at the end of second day. At the end of third day, plan value is 200 plus 100, 300, 350. At the end of fourth day, budgeted cost is 400 because another $50 here, 50-50, assuming that we equally divide. So usually you can equally divide. Okay. Unless the question says anything like 10% for the first day, second day 20%, and so on. Right. So I hope now you have idea about, not idea, exact idea about what is budgeted cost of work schedule or the planned value. So we calculate it for a particular day. That means up to that day. But remember, if there are tasks that we have planned, scheduled, that it is still by that day it is not finished, you need to take the percentage. For example, if we take 4 days and still it is in the first day, we take only 1/4 of the total budget. Okay, because up by that day, we expect that, say, if it is scheduled for 4 days and if it is the first day of that task, we take only 25%. Okay, so that is called plan value. We calculate the plan value for particular day or up to that day, end of that day. Okay. Right. So next one is earn value. Earlier one is plan value. Another, or the more formal name for earn value is budgeted cost of work performed. Earlier budgeted cost of work schedule. This is work performed. So here we consider actual percentage of work done. Earlier, schedule percentage of work. If the task is for 4 days, at the end of first day, we assume that 25% is done. Should have been done. But now we use actually how much of the, what percentage of that task is done. Okay. So that is called earn value. That means we have really earned that cost. Okay. Is carrying out a scheduled task during a specific time period. Again, for time period from beginning to this day. Okay, earn value. Earn value is based on original plan cost for the project or activity and the rate at which the team is completing the work on the project or activity today. This is not the actual cost because our third parameter is actual cost. This is still according to the plan, but we consider actually how much of percentage you have done. So therefore, it is not plan value. Still, we use the plan budget, but we adjust it with your actual percentage of work rather than the plan percentage of the work. If you use the plan percentage of the work, it's a plan value. If you use the actual percentage you have done up to that date or the team has done, that is earned value. Okay. So it is the sum of the budget for completed work packages and completed portions of open work. For open work, completed portion. For closed work, completed package. Okay. So it is usually the difference is for open items, not for the closed items. Okay. Now let's take an example. Let's assume we want to calculate the earn value, not the plan value, at the end of second day. At the end of second day. Right. So we have completed, this is actually completed task. We have fully completed the task 1. So therefore, it is 50 into 100 out of 100 or 100%. So that is 50. And this one we have completed only 80%. So therefore, we can't take it as $100. Of course, we should have spent $100, but that is if we have completed the 100%. Of course, we should have completed 100% by Tuesday, end of Tuesday, but unfortunately, we have done only 80% because of some issues. So therefore, now you need to multiply $100 by 80%. Right? $100 by 80%, which is 80. And this one, total estimate is $200. Ideally, we should have done 50% of the task, but you can see according to the current details, we have done only 20%. So therefore, we can only multiply it by 20% because this is earn value. ඇත්තටම අපි මේ cost එකෙන් earn කරලා තියෙන්නේ මෙච්චර cost එකක වැඩ තමයි කරලා තියෙන්නේ. මෙච්චර cost එකක වැඩ තමයි කරලා තියෙන්නේ. So therefore, it is not 50%. In plan value, we took it as 50%. But in earn value, we take it the actual percentage, 20%. Okay. So that is $40. So therefore, the earn value is $170. So you can clearly see that the plan value at the end of second day is $250. So that means අපි හිතුවා අපි plan කරා $250ක වැඩ ඉවර කරලා තියෙයි කියලා. cost එකක් යන වැඩ. නමුත් ඇත්තටම අපි ඉවර කරලා තියෙන $250ක වැඩ නෙමෙයි $170ක වැඩ. එතකොට කාටද හිතන්න පුළුවන් ඉතින් මේක වැඩි හොඳයිනේ කියලා. නෑ වැඩි හොඳයි නෙමෙයි. හරි? වැඩි හොඳයි නෙමෙයි මේක සමහරට වැඩි නරකයි. අපි ඇත්තටම අඩුවෙන් වැඩ කරලා තියෙනවා. හරි? අඩුවෙන් වැඩ කරලා තියෙනවා. $170ක වැඩ. ඒ කියන්නේ අපි we are behind the schedule now. We are behind the schedule. Okay. So that is not a good thing. So we plan to do $250 worth of work, but we have done only $170 worth of work. So time-wise now we are behind the schedule. But that we calculated using dollar. That is why we say time is money. දැන් ගොඩක් අය දන්නේ මේ time is money කිව්වට ඔය කතන්දරේ එන්නේ project management වල තියෙන මේ කතාවෙන්. අර නිකන් කතාවට කිව්වට time is money කියලා. ඒක නේ ඇඟට දැනන හන්දා කියනවා තමයි. So this is earn value. Earn value. Okay. And the next thing is actual cost. Actual cost of work performed. So that is something project manager knows. ඒක එයා plan කරපු දෙයක් නෙවෙයි. එයා දන්නත් මේ වෙනකොට එයා කීයක් වියදම් කරාද? කීයක් වියදම් කරලා තියෙනවා. ඒකට ඒක සර්ව් එකක් ගන්නවා වගේ නම් එහෙම නැත්තම් එයා දන්න දැන් දවස් දෙකක් ගියා නම් දවස් දෙකක පඩි එකතු කරන්න ඕනේ. salary. මොකද දැන් දවස් දෙකක් ගිහිල්ලානේ. ඒක actual cost එක. ඒක මාසෙ අන්තිම වෙනකන් ඉන්න ඕනේ නැහැ. මාසෙකට මෙයාගේ salary එක ලක්ෂයයි නම් දවස් දෙකක් වැඩ කරාම ඒක අපිට ඒ දවස් ගානේ බෙදලා ගන්න පුළුවන්. That is the actual cost. Total actual cost. Okay. So that we may know. Actually, the project manager knows what is the actual cost. Or project manager can calculate it. Okay. So maybe we estimated $50, but actual cost is $60. කාටද කියන්නේ ඇයි එහෙම උනේ කියලා. සමහරවිට මේක දවසක් කිව්වට අපි දවස් එකයි කාලයක් වැඩ කරා වෙන්නේ. ඒකට එයා තව දවස් කාලක cost එක එකතු කරා. එහෙම තමයි වෙන්නේ. හරි ගොඩක් කාලේ. ගොඩක් කාලේ time එක වැඩි වෙනකොට cost එක වැඩි වෙනවා. actual cost එක වැඩි වෙනවා. නැත්නම් එයා over time කරා වෙන්න පුළුවන්. සාමාන්‍යයෙන් software development project වල over time කියලා කතාවක් නැහැ. නමුත් අපි එයාට අපිට traveling දෙන්න උනා. dinner දෙන්න උනා. අපි plan කරේ නැහැ dinner දෙන්න වෙයි කියලා. අපි plan කරේ පැය 8ට. නමුත් පැය 10ක් ගියා. ඒ හන්ද එයා traveling දෙන්න උනා. dinner දෙන්න උනා. දැන් ඔන්න actual cost එක වැඩි වුණා. So likewise we know for each and every task what is the actual cost. Up to this point. Say this is our point up this point, right? So this is the point we have been talking about. Now you can see that for this task the actual cost is $60. For this task up to this point the actual cost is $110. එකක් 80යි කරලා දෙන්නේ. 100යි ඉවර කරන්න හිතන් හිටියේ. 80ක් කරද්දී $110කුත් ගිහිල්ලා. මේ actual cost එකේ තියෙන්නේ. For this one, so far we have spent $30. So therefore, what is the actual cost by end of Tuesday? $200. $200 is the actual cost by end of second day. Now you can see these are different values, right? Actual cost is $200. Earn value is $170. Plan value is $250. $250ක වැඩ plan කරලා තියුණා. හැබැයි කරලා තියෙන $170ක වැඩ. ඔය ඩොලර් 170 වැඩ කරන්න ඩොලර් 200ක් ගිහිලා තියෙනවා. ඩොලර් 200ක් ගිහිලා තියෙනවා. දැන් ඔයාලට තේරෙනවා. ඒ කියන්නේ අපි ෂෙඩියුල් එකෙන් පිටිපස්සේ ඉන්නේ. ෂෙඩියුල් එකෙන් පිටිපස්සේ ඉන්නේ ඇයි? Because we are supposed to do $250 worth of work, but we have done only $170 worth of work. So therefore, we are behind the schedule. And cost, we have done only $170 worth of work, but the actual cost is $200. අපි කළා තියෙන තාම ඩොලර් 170ක වැඩ. හැබැයි ඩොලර් 170 වැඩ කරන්නේ ඩොලර් 200ක් ගිහිල්ලා. කියන්නේ අපි cost එකෙනුත් පස්සෙන් ඉන්නේ. මේ වෙලාවේ ප්‍රොජෙක්ට් එක දැන් ප්‍රොජෙක්ට් මැනේජර් දන්නවා ටයිම් එකනුත් පස්සේ ඉන්නේ. cost එකනුත් මේක over time over cost. over time over cost. සමහරවිට over time උනාට under cost. right? සමහරවිට over cost උනාට under time. අපි වේගෙන් යනවා. හරි? හැබැයි cost එක වැඩි සමහරවිට. සමහරවිට අපි හිමින් කරන්නේ. හැබැයි අපි cost එකත් අඩුවෙන් කරලා තියෙනවා. ඊටවට වැඩි cost එක අඩුයි. හැබැයි බජට් එක අපිට ඩෙඩ්ලයින් එක මීට් කරන්න බැරි වෙනවා. හැබැයි cost එක මීට් වෙනවා. මේ ප්‍රොජෙක්ට් එකට අනුව දැන්ට ඩෙඩ්ලයින් එක මීට් කරගන්නත් බැරි වෙනවා. බජට් එක ඉවර කරගන්නත් බැරි වෙනවා. Any questions up to this point? Okay. So plan to do $250 worth of work. Manage to do $170 worth of work. For doing the $170 worth of work, we have already spent $200. It's a very interesting one also, right? මේ හරි රසවත්. ජීවිතේට හරි වැදගත්. ප්‍රොජෙක්ට් මැනේජ්මන්ට් වලට යනවා ඉතාම වැදගත්. මොකද අපි හරියට වැඩක් කරන්නේ ඒක කරන හිතන විදියට වැඩේ කරගෙන යනවා. නැත්නම් අපි හරියට කියනවනේ මැනේජ්මන්ට් එකට මෙන්න දැන් තත්ත්වය මේකයි. Okay. Right. So this is another example. බලන්න මේක තේරෙනවද කියලා? Deriving plan value, earn value and actual cost. The plan එක දිගුනේ මෙහෙමයි. Paint one wall per day. එක දවසට එක බිත්තියක් ගන්න තමයි හිතන් හිටියේ. Budget is $50 per wall. දවසට එක බිත්තියක් ගාමු. එක දවසකට එක බිත්තියක් ගන්න අපිට ඩොලර් 50ක් යයි කියලා තමයි plan කරේ. So this is the end of day 2 progress report. Right? End of day 2 progress report. 3 walls completed. අපි ඊළඟේ දවස් දෙකට wall දෙකක් ගන්න. නේද? දවසට එක wall එකයි. හැබැයි දවස් දෙක දෙවෙනි දවසේ වුණාට පස්සේ මේවා තුනක්ම ගාලා. ඒ කියන්නේ අපි ටයිම් පැත්තෙන් හොඳයි. ටයිම් පැත්තෙන් හොඳයි. ඒ කියන්නේ අපි දවස් තුනකදී කරන්න දීච්ච වැඩේ දවස් දෙකක කළා. But what about the total cost? So budget is $50 per wall. But we have done now 3 walls. But it has cost only $120. කියන්නේ සාමාන්‍යයෙන් බීති තුනකට ඩොලර් 150ක් ඇද්ද වෙනම ඩොලර් 120 නුත් වැඩිත් වෙනවා. So ඒක ඇවිල්ලා so that means we are in a good position. So we are budget wise we are good. Right? We are ahead. Ahead means good. Time wise also we are ahead. Ahead means we are good. We are good. We are in a good position. So that is a good happy scenario. Right? So therefore, what is the plan work at the end of 2 days? $100. So we plan to do $100 worth of work. But what is the earn value? We have done 3 walls. So therefore, we have done $150 worth of work. We plan to do $100 worth of work at the end of second day, but we have done $150 worth of work at the second day, end of second day. What is the actual cost? ඒක වෙනම දියා තියෙනවා. $120. So that means we have done more work than we planned. To do more work than we planned, right? Of course, the actual cost is more than the planned cost. Right? You can see at the end of second day, we planned only $100, but we have spent $120. So therefore, you may feel it like that is bad. But that is not that bad because while we spend $120, we have done $150 worth of work. That is good. That is good. So therefore, this is a good scenario, good situation. Right. So now, how do you say whether we are in a good situation or bad situation? Of course, we can look at this and analyze. So we need some sort of a indicators to find whether by just look of it, are we in a good situation or bad situation, rather than we do those calculations and comparisons by looking at earn value, plan value, actual cost. Okay, so those are the next things we are going to look at. Right. Any questions up to this point? So now we need some indicators, variances, so that by look at those things, we can tell whether we are in a good position or bad position, rather than we do some comparisons and so on. Right. Now we again take the same scenario. Same scenario. Plan value is, now this is at the end of the second day. We plan $250 worth of work. We have done only $170 worth of work, and the actual cost is $200. This is the bad scenario, right? So we are behind the schedule, behind cost. More time has spent, and more, the cost is also higher than what we expected for that task. Okay. So this is earn value at the end of second day, $170. This is the actual cost, $200. This is the planned value. So we plan to do $250 worth of work, but we have actually done $170 worth of work. To do that $170 worth of work, we have spent $200. It is good that actual cost is less than planned value, but anyway, actual cost is more than earned value. So therefore, this is not very good as well. Okay. So likewise, at the end of each day, we can draw these points and draw these three curves. Plan value curve, actual cost curve, earn value curve. Okay. Ideally, earn value curve must be above all the other two. All other two. Actual cost must be, so the happiest scenario is earn value is above all, then you have the plan value, below you have the actual cost. That is the win-win situation. That is a win-win situation. So this is not the worst situation, but still actual cost is, it is good that actual cost is, sorry, this is actually the worst case. This is the worst case where your actual cost is more than earned value. Okay. But little bit okay is your actual cost is not above plan value. That is little bit of a relief, but anyway, this is not a very good situation. Right. So now we need some indicators rather than looking at these graphs. We should be able to look at those indicators and say what is the situation. Okay. So the first one is, this is not very important one. Okay. But anyway, so let's look at that one also. That is called rate of performance. Rate of performance. Rate of performance is work completed divided by work plan. So work completed can be calculated by monetary or dollar values, earn value. Work plan is plan value. So therefore, rate of performance is earn value divided by plan value. Okay. Earn value divided by plan value. If earn value is bigger than plan value, that is good. Okay. So that means bigger the rate of performance, better. One means earn value is same as plan value. More than one means earn value is bigger than plan value. Less than one means plan value is bigger than, or the earn value is less than plan value. Okay, so that is called rate of performance. But we are more interested about these things: cost variance, schedule variance. Cost variance, schedule variance. So when you see the word variance, it's a difference. When you see the word index, it's a percentage, it's a ratio. Okay. Variance means we are talking about the difference. So what is cost variance? Earned value minus actual cost. So this is cost related indicator. Budget or cost related indicator. Okay, so we have done this much worth of work. This much worth of work. But in order to do that, we have spent this much of money. Okay. So we have done this much worth of work up to a particular day. But in order to do that, we have spent this much of work, this much of cost. So positive cost variance means good. So that means we are doing better than what we planned cost wise. So that is why we say cost variance. Cost wise. So cost wise, cost variance is positive means cost wise project is in a good mood, right? Because we have done more work than actual cost. Okay, actual cost happened so far. So positive cost variance is good. Negative cost variance means we are behind the budget, or we have spent more money than what we anticipated for this much of work we have done. Current amount of work we have done. So that is called what? Cost variance. Earn value minus actual cost. හොඳට කල්පනා කරාම මේක ටිකක් මතක හිටින්න. කොච්චරක වැඩ කරාද ඇත්තටම කීයක් වියදම් වුණාද? ඒ වැඩ ටික කරා. So this is related to cost. That is why we call it cost variance. So next one is schedule variance. So this is related to time. But remember, time can be considered represented using money. Okay, so therefore what we get is schedule variance is in dollars, but this is related to time. Right? Schedule variance is earned value, that is how much of work we have actually done minus planned value. What was the planned amount of work we for the up to that point? Again, positive schedule variance means earned value is bigger than planned value. So we plan to do $100 of work. Let's take an example, but we have done $120 worth of work. So that means we are ahead of the schedule. We are good. We are in a good situation. Time-wise. But remember that time-wise value is presented in dollars or rupees. Okay. So we plan to do this much of worth of work, but sorry, we have already done this much of worth of work, but we plan by end of that day, we plan to do only this much of worth of work. So earn value is bigger, that is we are ahead of schedule when it comes to time. Right? Cost variance and schedule variance. මේවා නම් මතක තියාගන්න එච්චර ලේසිත් නෑ. මතක තියාගන්න වෙනවා. Cost variance and schedule variance. So same thing you can write as ratios as well. Right. So the third one is budget variance. So budget variance is planned value minus actual cost. Now you have then බලන්න එක එක තියෙන earn value minus actual cost, earn value minus planned value. Now we have planned value minus actual cost. So we plan to do this much of worth of work. Right? This much of worth of work. But this is the actual cost happened so far. So the difference is called budget variance. මේක අර දෙක තරම් වැදගත් නෑ. හැබැයි බජට් සල්ලි allocate කරද්දි මේක වැදගත්. මොකද අපි බජට් කරලා දුන්නා මෙච්චරක්කට සල්ලි. නමුත් මේ වෙදි මෙච්චරක් ගිහිලා තියෙනවා. ඒතර මේක පොසිටිව් නම් හොඳයි. දැන් අපි ගාව බජට් කරපු සල්ලි වලින් ගේම ගහගෙන යන්න පුළුවන්. මේක නෙගටිව් කියන්නේ අපිට අර බජට් එකෙන් අපිට මැනේජ්මන්ට් එක දුන්න සල්ලි වලට වඩා ඉස්සරහට සල්ලි වැඩිම ඕන ඊළඟ දවස්වලට. හරි ඊළඟ මොකද ප්ලෑන් වැලියුස් වලට බජට් allocate කරන්නේ. ප්ලෑන් වැලියුස් වලට තමයි බජට් allocate කරන්නේ. හැබැයි ඇක්චුවල් කොස්ට් එක ඊට වැඩිය ගියා කියන්නේ හැබැයි ඒක කමක් නැහැ. ඇක්චුවල් කොස්ට් එක වැඩිය ගියාට කමක් නැහැ. අපේ earn value එක වැඩි නම් හරි. ඒ කියන්නේ මේක ලොකු අවුලක් නෑ හැබැයි මේ දවස්වල සල්ලි කෑෂ් ෆ්ලෝ එකට ප්‍රශ්නයක් වෙනවා. ප්ලෑන් වැලියු එකට වඩා ඇක්චුවල් කොස්ට් එක වැඩි වුණා. ඒ කියන්නේ අපිට බජට් එකෙන් ඇලොකේට් කරාට වැඩිය අපිට ඉල්ල ගන්න වෙනවා ටොප් මැනේජ්මන්ට් එක. එතකොට මම ආයෙ කියනවා මේක ලොකු අවුලක් නෑ ඔයාගේ earn value එක වැඩි නම්. හැබැයි earn value එකත් වැඩි නැත්නම් actual cost එකත් වැඩි නැත්නම් වැඩි නම් ඔන්න දැන් ඔයාගේ හැම පැත්තෙම budget පැත්තෙනුත් අවුල්, schedule පැත්තෙනුත් අවුල්, overall cost එකත් වැඩි. හරි. හැමතැනම ප්‍රශ්න වෙනවා. Right. So those are the three variances. Those are the three variances. So the same thing you can look at it as a ratios. So here positive V is okay, negative V is bad. Okay, higher the positive value, better. Higher the negative value, things are not good. Okay, so now it's the same thing. Either you can look at it as a variance or you can look at it as a index. Index means you look at it as a ratio or percentage of the ratio. So therefore, for the cost variance, we have cost performance index. For schedule variance, we have schedule performance index. For budget variance, what ඕන එකකට කියන්න පුළුවන් budget performance index කියලා. හැබැයි ඒක අපි ගොඩක් අයට calculate කරන්නේ නැහැ මේ විදිහට. හරි? අපි ගොඩක් අයට budget variance එක විතරයි calculate කරන්නේ. ඕන එකත් අපිට calculate කරන්න පුළුවන් budget performance index කියලා. Right? So therefore, what is cost performance index? මේකම තමයි අඩු කරා වෙනුවට බෙදන්නේ. This is earn value minus actual cost. So this is earn value divided by actual cost. That will be fraction. Or more, either it can be more than 1 or less than 1. Okay. More than 1 means good. Because you have done more work than actual cost. Okay. More work than actual cost. Okay. But less than 1 means that is not good. 1 means, okay, just good enough. Just good enough. Okay. So similarly, we have the schedule variance, earn value minus plan value. You have the schedule index, earn value divided by plan value. Schedule performance index. Again, if you want, you can multiply it by 100 to take it as a percentage. Again, 1 means just like we planned. Okay. More than 1 means we are good. That means earn value is bigger than plan value. We have earned more than planned by that day, end of that day. That is good. Right. So project is ahead of schedule. Time wise. Make a time wise. Schedule can time. Schedule can time. Cost can money. Budget. Not money. Cost. Cost can cost. And this is less than 1 means you have less earn value than plan value. අපි earn කරලා තියෙන්නේ plan කරපු ප්‍රමාණයට වැඩිය අඩුයි. ඒ කියන්නේ අපි behind the schedule. Behind the schedule. මේක schedule සම්බන්ධ දෙයක්. time සම්බන්ධ දෙයක්. හැබැයි කියන්නේ මෙතෙන්ට ගියාම ඩොලර් වලින් කියන්නේ නැහැ හැබැයි. රුපීස් වලින් කියන්නේ නැහැ. දැන් සමහර මේකට කැමති වැඩිය. Of course, you have the schedule budget variance, but usually you don't calculate something called budget performance index. So of course, if you want, you can do it. That is plan value divided by actual cost. You can call it budget performance index. Okay. දැන් අපිට අර අවස්ථා තුනටම variance තුන calculate කරගන්න පුළුවන්, index තුන calculate කරගන්න පුළුවන්. And also we can show those values now. Okay. This is schedule variance, this is cost variance, and so on. Right. Anything clear or not clear up to this point? I think from up to this point, understanding, using the understanding up to this point, you should be able to do those questions. අපේ සමීකරණ ටික මතක තියෙන්න ඕන. සමීකරණ ටික මතක තියෙන්න ඕන. දැන් මට සමහර සමීකරණ ටික එක දිගට දඩබඩ ගාලා ඉන්නේ නැහැ. Right. සමීකරණ ටික පොඩ්ඩක් ලියාගමු. Cost variance. Cost variance. Earn value minus actual cost. Schedule variance. Earn value minus plan value. Budget variance. Budget variance is plan value minus actual cost. So similarly, now you can calculate the indexes. Cross cost performance index, which is make cost performance index is earn value minus actual cost. Schedule performance index, earn value minus plan value. So there's a one-to-one connection between these two and between these two. Make it on index here. Then vertical okay, schedule performance index, cost performance index. And now let's get back to our question. That is our question. Close it. Like this one, right? Question. These three questions, okay? No, not three. About 5 questions, right? No, more than 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Right. Right. Plan value in the earned value management is the initial value invested by the investor. No, right? That is not the this is not something already invested. So plan value is, say by this day, say we started in on Monday. Now it is Thursday, right? Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, 4 days. During these 4 days, we expect that the team will do this much worth of work. That is what is my plan value. So we expect that by this day, the team must have done this much worth of work. That is what plan value. It is not invested by the investor. Okay. Right. So therefore, I'll say false. False. Actual cost in earned value management is the realized cost. Realized means actual, reality. Incurred for the work performed on an activity. On an activity or by all the activities. Let's say it is just one activity. So if it is just one activity, yes. Actual cost realized, that means happen for that activity by this particular time. Or not just one activity, set of activities we have done so far. Right? So that is correct. Right? So that is correct. Yes, that is true. You can see they are not asking you to do the calculation, but you must know exactly what they are talking. But okay. Earn value in earn value management, earn value. Right? Earn value means depends on how much work we have already done. Right? How much work we have done. Earn value in earn value management is the measure of work performed expressed in terms of budget authorized for the work. That is correct, right? In terms of budget authorized for the work. Budget authorized. Earn value in earn value management is the measure of work. Yes, it is correct. Measure of work performed. That is why we say earn value. Express in terms of the budget authorized. Yes, right? Budget authorized is, yeah. So we have planned that it will cost this much of money. Okay, this much of money. Measure of work performed expressed in terms of the budget. Yes, because it is not actual cost in terms of budget. So I'll say yes. Right. And it's a measure of work performed. I'll go for yes. Yes, true. Right. ටිකක් හසි. මාත් සෑහෙන කල්පනා කරලා දැනගන්නේ. Next one. Cost variance. Remember, cost variance means earned value minus actual cost. Right. So that means it's a cost related measure, not a schedule related measure. It's not a time related measure. It's a cost related. We have done this much of worth of work. For that work, we have spent this much of cost. Okay. So cost variance is positive, means good. So we have done more worth of work than our actual cost. So that is why cost variance. Cost variance in earned value management is the earned value minus plan value. No, right? It is earned value minus actual cost. Just check whether you know the formula. Right? So therefore that is false. Cost variance is earned value management is not earned value minus plan value, rather earned value minus actual cost. So therefore this is false. False, okay? Right, next part. Schedule variance. That is this. Earned value management is earned value minus the actual cost. No, that is earned value minus plan value. Schedule variance. Okay, schedule variance. That is related to time. Though we mention it in dollars. So therefore that is also false. Yes, that is also false. Okay. Right, next one. Cost performance index, CPI. In earned value management is the ratio of earned value to plan value. Is it earned value to the plan value? No, earned value to the actual cost. So therefore that is wrong. Earned value divided by actual cost is the cost performance index. So therefore that is also false. False. Next one. If a project is halfway completed, right? If a project is halfway completed, its scheduled performance index is 110%. Right? Scheduled performance index, that is SPI, not cost performance index. Scheduled performance index is 110. 110% means good. That means you have more earned value than plan value. That means you are ahead of in time. And its cost performance index is 95%. So that means we have less earned value than actual cost. That means budget wise we are not good, but time wise, schedule wise, we are in good place. The project is considered to be ahead of schedule. Schedule can time, right? Because remember, schedule performance index, sorry, schedule performance index is good. It's more than 100. So schedule performance index is more than 100 means we are ahead of time. Right? We are ahead of time. Cost wise, not good. Time wise, good. So therefore, yes, the project is considered to be ahead of project schedule. Schedule means time. Time wise, yes, we are good. Schedule performance index is good. Okay. So therefore, answer is true. Right? True. Next one. If the project is halfway completed, its schedule performance index is 110%. Same thing. The project is considered to be over budget. Yes, right? Because cost performance index is not good. It's not very bad, very close to 100, but still the cost wise, cost performance wise, we have not done enough work for the actual cost. Okay. Actual cost. We have earned less compared to the actual cost. So therefore, this is over budgeted. Budget over budgeted කියන්නේ අපි budget කරපු ප්‍රමාණයට මේ වෙදි තාම achieve කරලා නැහැ. හැබැයි ඊට වැඩි cost එක යද්දී ඒ ප්‍රමාණය achieve කරලා නැහැ. So it is over budgeted. I will say yes, true. Okay, true. Next one. If a cost estimate for building is made based on its location, purpose, number of square feet, and other characteristics, it is considered parametric cost estimate. So this is a general question, right? Make it common sense parameters parametric cost estimate. It looks like they are talking about the parameters, right? Location, purpose, number of square feet, anyway. Square feet, මොකද purpose එකත් බලපානවා. Purpose එක අනුව අපිට quality වෙනස් කරන්න. And other characteristics. So I will say yes. So it looks like these are some parameters. True. Right. That's it. Right. So I hope now you have reasonably good, not reasonably good. I hope now you have very good understanding about these costing techniques and right. So this is easier because they just ask you to predict, sorry, not predict, sort of a, they just check whether you know the concepts. No, you are not asked to do any calculation, but if they ask you to do the calculation, still you should be able to do it. Okay, right. So now we have fully completed 2022 paper, both structured and MCQ and structured. Okay, MCQ and structured. Right, but this is not the end of the costing. Now we know how to calculate those basic things, right? What is a plan value, what is earn value, what is actual cost. That we know how to calculate the cost variance, schedule variance, and budget variance. And cost variance related thing is cost performance index. For schedule variance related ratio is schedule performance index. Okay. So then from this point onwards, now this is the current situation, right? This is the current situation. So by using the current situation, we can predict the future. So that is another important aspect of project management. So the plan values are initially our thoughts, right? So remember, we can't always plan things 100% accurate. Now we have some actual data, maybe after 5 days. Maybe now we are in a position to predict what is going to happen after 10 days or what is going to happen. Say we schedule the project for 10 days. Now we are in the 5th day. Now we can predict. Your earn values are also prediction, but now we can see the reality and do some more predictions, more realistic predictions with the current reality. So that is the next step. Okay, but that is even more challenging. Okay, that is even more challenging. So that is called forecasting. That is called forecasting. So that is called budget at completion. ඇත්තටම complete කරද්දි budget වලට මොනවද වෙන්නේ? Okay. So there we can do few calculations, or we can call them estimates at completion. So this is actually budget at completion, but this is estimate at completion. Based on the performance to date. May ඇවිල්ලා initial. But this is according to the performance today, we can do another set of forecasting, which should be more realistic than the initial forecasting. Right? So we call them estimate at completion. Right? Estimate at completion based on current reality. Current reality. So these are the different things. Of course, we have already discussed about rate of performance, plan value, actual cost, earn value. We know what is cost variance, we know what is schedule variance, we know what is budget variance. These are not new things. And also we know what is cost performance index and schedule performance index. Right? These are the another set of things we can do now. What are those? ගොඩක් තියෙනවා හැබැයි. හරි. ඔයාලට මේක වැඩි වගේ නම් මෙතනින් නවත්ත ගන්න. හරි. දැන් මේ ප්‍රමාණය විතරයි අර පේපර් එක යන අහලා තියෙනවා. අපි දන්නේ නැහැ ඊළඟ පේපර් එකේ උතනින් එහාට එයිද කියලා. උතනින් එහාට ගියත් උතනින් නිකන් ඇවිල්ලා තමයි ඉස්සරහට අහන්නේ. සාමාන්‍ය මේ මෙතනින් එහාට අහනවා අඩුයි. හරි මේ ගානට ආවා කියන්නේ සෑහෙන දුරට ඇති ඇත්තටම. හරි. මේ ගානට තේරුම් ගත්තා. හැබැයි ඔයාලට හිතනවා නම් ඔයාලට තව ටිකක් ඉස්සරහට කියලා නෑ මම. ඊටු ටික තේරුම් ගන්නවා කියලා. So these are few more things. Right? හැබැයි ටිකක් ගොඩක් තියෙනවා එතන. හරි. What are those? Budget at completion. Okay? Budget at completion. Then budget at completion taken as this is budget at completion as a cost. This is budget at completion as a time. This is estimate at completion. ඒ කියන්නේ දැන් අපි ආයිමත් cost පැත්තෙන් estimate කරන ඉවර වෙද්දී ඇත්තටම cost එක කීයක් ඇයිද කියලා. Okay. So then estimated completion time wise. ඇත්තටම කොච්චර කාලයක් ඇයිද මේ වැඩේ ඉවර කරන්න. දැන් තියෙන තත්ත්වය අනුව. අපි කලින් හිතුවේ ලබන සිකුරාදා ඉවර කරනවාට දැන් තේරෙනවා සමහරට හිතෙන්න පුළුවන් නෑ නමුත් ලබන බදාදා ඉවර කරගන්න පුළුවන්. නැත්නම් හිතෙන්න පුළුවන් නෑ මේක ලබන සිකුරාදා කරන්න බෑ ඊළඟ සතියේ දවස් 3ක් විතරයි. දැන් තියෙන රියැලිටි එකට අනුව. මොකද අපි දැන්ටමත් behind the schedule වෙන්නත් පුළුවන්. Right. So then estimate to complete. Okay. ඒ කියන්නේ ඉතුරු තව කීයක් යනවද? ඒක හොයාගන්න පුළුවන් මේ හොයුවට පස්සේ. හරි. මොකද තවද වැඩියෙන් සල්ලි ඉල්ල ගන්න වෙනවා දැන් අපිට. මෙච්චරක් තව වැඩි දෙන්න කියලා. නැත්තම් අපිට කියන්න බෑ නෑ මෙච්චරක් අපි ඔයගොල්ලන්ට එවන්න. ඒ හිතුව ප්‍රමාණය යන්නේ නෑ. අපි ඔක ඔයගොල්ලන්ගේ මේ හෙඩ් ඔෆිස් එකට සල්ලි ටික එවන්න. ඕක නැත්නම් අපිට ඔක තියාගෙන ඉන්න පුළුවන් ප්‍රොජෙක්ට් එක කරනවා. Right. So then two complete performance indexes, variance at completion, cost wise, variance at completion, time wise and so on. පුළුවන් නම් ඒ ටිකත් මතක තියාගන්න. මොකද ওই ටික දාලා තමයි අපිට එතකොට එතනින් එහාට ප්‍රෙඩික්ට් කරන්න පුළුවන්. හරි. මෙතනින් එහාට ප්‍රෙඩික්ට් කරන්න පුළුවන්. ඒකෙන් විශේෂයෙන් මේ පළවෙනි ටිකවත් මතක තියාගන්න පුළුවන් නම් වටනම් මොකද මේ ටිකෙන් අහන්න ඉඩ තියෙනවා. Up to this point. Okay. No, maybe not here. හැබැයි අර ටික හොයාගත්ත පස්සේ මේ ටික හොයන්න පුළුවන්. මොකද ඒවත් variance නේ. Right. So let's look at a little bit more in detail. Budget at completion. Budget at completion. So that is budgeted or planned value of cost for scheduled completion time. So that is something you did. So that is not something we need to calculate. So at initial budgeting, you have a total budget, right? You had a total budget. So that budget value is called budget at completion. So that is not something we need to calculate in the middle. That is your total budget. Okay. So that is cost wise. Then you can budget at completion time wise. Okay. Budget at completion time wise. Budgeted or planned value of time for scheduled completion time. Now you can calculate the estimate at completion cost. On ape aluth updated cost එක. That is budget at completed cost divided by cost performance index. අර ඔයාගේ budget at completion එකක් දැන් ඔයාගේ තියෙනවනේ දැන්ට. ඒක බෙදන්න ඔයා දැන්ට calculate කර cost performance index එකේ. That is earned value management cost, actual cost. So that is your refined cost. ඔක තමයි ඔයා දැන් අලුතෙන් refine කරලා දෙන cost එක. ඔයා කලින් cost කරලා තියෙන 1 million වෙන්න පුළුවන්. නමුත් දැන් සමහරට ඔයාගේ CPI එක එකට අඩු නම් මේ වෙදි CPI එක එකට අඩු නම් දැන් ඔයාගේ actual cost එක ඔයා predict කරනවා මේක 1 million නෙවෙයි 1.2 million නෑ. ඒක තේරෙනවද දැන් මේක එකට අඩු නම් තමයි මීට වැඩි වෙන්නේ. එකට වැඩි නම් ප්‍රශ්නයක් නෑ. එකට වැඩි ගානකින් බෙදුවට මේ තව පොඩි වෙනවනේ. So this can be bigger than the initial budget or this can be lesser than. So it is bigger than if cost performance index is less than 1. But estimated at completion is more than the budget at completion if the cost performance index is less than 1. That means you have less less earned value than actual cost. Okay. So similarly, you can calculate estimate at completion time, but there you need to have again budget at completion time divided by schedule performance index. So that again can be more than the schedule time or less than the schedule. If your SPI is more than 1, estimated completion is lesser than your budgeted completion. But if your SPI is less than 1, so then estimated completion, that means it takes more time than you schedule for the completion of the project. Okay. So now if you want, you can say estimate to complete. එක තව සල්ලි කීයක් යනවද කියන එක හොයන්න පුළුවන්. මොකද්ද? කොහොමද? ETC cost. හරි. ඒ කියන්නේ EAC cost ගෙන් අඩු කරන්න actual cost එක. ඒ කියන්නේ තව මෙච්චරක් අපිට සල්ලි ඕන වෙනවා මේ වැඩේ කරගන්න. ඉතුරු ටික මම කතා කරන්න යන්නේ නැහැ. ඔක තවත් ඔයගොල්ලෝ confuse වෙන්න පුළුවන්. හරි. ඔතනට එනකන්වත් මතක තියාගන්න පුළුවන් නම් වටිනවා. මොකද අතනට එනකන් දැන්ටම අහලා තියෙනවා. හරි ගිය අවුරුද්දේ. ඒත් මෙතනින් මේ ඉතුරු ටිකත් අහන්න තියෙනවා. Right. So that's it.